Let me ask you something honest. How long have you been trying to improve your English speaking skill? 6 months? 1 year? Maybe even longer. And yet, something still feels missing. Your speaking still feels slow, still feels unnatural, still feels like you're one step behind where you want to be. What if the problem isn't how hard you're trying, but what you're actually practicing? Today, Emily is back. And this time, she's bringing the complete blueprint for transforming your English speaking from hesitant and slow to natural, fast, fluent. Let's go. Welcome back to ESL Voice, the podcast that makes English feel possible for every single one of you. Today, we are tackling the question every English learner is asking. How do I actually improve my English speaking skill? Not theory, not textbook advice, real, practical, proven methods that create real fluency. And I have brought back one of our most beloved guests, Emily, a fluency expert who has spent years studying exactly how the brain acquires spoken language and how to make that process faster, smoother, and more effective. Emily, welcome back to ESL Voice.
Thank you so much, Alex. I always love being here. And this topic, improving speaking skill, is honestly what I was born to talk about.
Then let's not waste a single second. Emily, let's start with something that every learner feels, but nobody explains. Out of all 4 English skills, reading, writing, listening, speaking, why is speaking the hardest?
Such an important question. And the answer is actually fascinating. Speaking is hard because it is the only skill that requires everything at the same time.
Everything at the same time?
Think about it. When you read, you go at your own pace. You can stop, reread, think. When you write, you have time to edit, to delete, to rethink. When you listen, your only job is to receive. But when you speak, your brain must simultaneously find the right words, construct correct grammar, produce correct pronunciation, maintain natural rhythm, listen to yourself, watch the other person's reaction, and keep the conversation going. All of that at the same time, in real time, with no pause button.
When you lay it out like that, it's a miracle anyone speaks at all.
Honestly, yes. And this is why I always tell learners, be patient with yourself. Speaking is genuinely the most cognitively demanding skill in language learning. You're not struggling because you're slow. You're struggling because the task is objectively difficult.
That alone must be such a relief for people to hear.
I hope so, because shame and frustration are the 2 biggest enemies of speaking improvement. The moment you understand why it's hard, you stop blaming yourself and you start solving the problem instead.
Emily, here's something I've noticed. Most learners consume a lot of English. Videos, podcasts, movies, music. But their speaking doesn't improve at the same rate as their listening. Why the gap?
This is one of the most important things I teach every student. There are 2 types of language skills. Input skills, listening and reading. You receive language. Output skills, speaking and writing. You produce language. And here's the crucial thing. Input practice does not automatically transfer to output ability.
So listening more doesn't automatically make you speak better?
Not automatically, no. Think of it this way. You can watch cooking videos every single day for 1 year. But if you never actually cook, you still can't make a meal. Watching is input. Cooking is output. They are different skills. They require different practice.
So learners who only consume English are only training half their skills.
Exactly half. And the half they're missing, the output half, is precisely the half that matters when they open their mouth to speak.
So what's the solution?
Simple in theory, challenging in practice. You must speak more than you listen. Not equal, more. For every 30 minutes of English you consume, try to produce at least 20 minutes of speaking. That ratio, consistent over time, closes the gap between understanding English and speaking English.
Emily, let's get very practical. What are the actual methods for improving speaking skill? Break it down for our viewers.
I organize speaking practice into 3 levels. Level 1, solo practice, speaking completely alone. No pressure, no audience. This is where you build the foundation. Techniques at this level? Self-talk. Narrate your day in English. I'm making breakfast now. I'm going to have eggs and toast. I feel hungry this morning. Reading aloud. Any English text. News articles. Books. Subtitles. Read them out loud every day. Your mouth learns to form English sounds naturally and quickly. Shadowing. Copy native speakers exactly. Same words, same speed, same emotion. This is the single most powerful solo speaking exercise that exists.
And level 1 is where most learners should start?
Absolutely. You don't learn to swim by jumping in the deep end. Level 1 builds the muscles. Then level 2 uses them. Level 2, semi-real practice. Slightly more pressure, but still in a safe environment. Techniques here? Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes daily. Listen back, notice, improve. Language exchange apps. Talk with other learners worldwide. Nobody judges, everyone is learning. AI conversation practice. Talk to AI tools that respond in English. Completely judgment-free, available 24 hours a day.
So level 2 introduces a small amount of real communication without the full pressure.
Just enough challenge to stretch your comfort zone. Not enough to break it. And level 3, real practice. Actual conversations with real people. Native speakers, other learners, teachers, online communities, English conversation clubs. This is where fluency is truly tested and truly built.
And you move through the levels as your confidence grows?
Never rush to level 3 before level 1 and 2 have done their work. The foundation must be solid before you build the walls.
Emily, you mentioned fluency. What actually is fluency? Because I think different people have very different ideas about what it means.
Such a great question. And you're right, there is huge confusion. Most learners think fluency means speaking without any mistakes, speaking like a native speaker, speaking perfectly. But that definition is completely wrong.
So what is the correct definition?
Fluency simply means the ability to communicate your meaning smoothly and naturally without excessive hesitation. That's it. Mistakes? Allowed. Accent? Irrelevant. Perfect grammar? Not required. Smooth, natural, continuous. Those 3 words define fluency.
So someone can be fluent and still make grammar mistakes?
Absolutely. Always. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes in natural conversation. Fluency is about flow, not perfection. And here's my fluency formula. F, familiarity with chunks, not single words, whole phrases. As far as I know, to be honest with you, what I mean is learn chunks, speak chunks. L, listening actively. The more you listen to natural English, the more natural rhythms your brain absorb automatically. U, using English daily. Even 10 minutes of speaking every day beats 2 hours once a week. Frequency is everything. E, embracing mistakes. Every mistake is data. Data that makes you better. Never hide from mistakes. Chase them. Learn from them. N, not translating. Think in English directly. Cut the translation step completely. C, consistency over intensity.
Small daily habits always beat occasional big efforts. Why? Your own voice. Don't try to sound like someone else. Develop your English voice. Authentic is always more fluent than imitated.
F.L.U.E.N.C.Y. That is absolutely brilliant. Every single letter is a lesson.
I wanted it to be impossible to forget.
Emily, what are the habits that actively destroy speaking fluency? The things learners do that they think are helping, but are actually holding them back.
Oh, this is so important. Fluency Killer 1, translating before speaking. We talked about this, but it deserves repeating. Every time you translate in your head before speaking, you add 3 to 5 seconds of delay. That delay breaks fluency completely. The fix? Think in English. Start small, one thought at a time. Build the habit daily. Fluency Killer 2? Focusing on grammar while speaking. Some learners monitor every sentence for grammar errors while they speak. Wait, should that be past tense? Is that the right preposition? Did I use the correct article? This monitoring completely interrupts the flow of speech. The fix? Separate your practice. Have grammar study time. Have fluency speaking time. Never mix the two. When you speak for fluency, grammar doesn't exist. Only communication exists.
That separation sounds so freeing.
It is liberating. Once learners give themselves permission to speak without monitoring, their fluency often doubles overnight. Fluency Killer 3? Waiting to be perfect before speaking. I'll speak more when my English is better. I hear this constantly, and it breaks my heart every time. Because English gets better by speaking, not before. Every day you wait is a day of practice lost, a day of fluency delayed. The fix? Speak now. Speak imperfectly. Speak anyway.
Speak anyway. 2 words, more powerful than any grammar textbook.
Speak anyway. 2 words that have changed more lives than any course I've ever taught.
Emily, let's talk about pronunciation. A lot of learners feel embarrassed about their accent. They think a strong accent means bad pronunciation. Is that true?
Absolutely not. And I feel very strongly about this. Accent and pronunciation are 2 completely different things. Accent is the music of your mother tongue playing through your English. It reflects where you're from, your culture, your identity. It is beautiful. It is yours. Pronunciation is whether the sounds you produce are clear enough to be understood. A strong accent with clear pronunciation? Perfectly fluent. A weak accent with unclear pronunciation? Communication problem.
So the goal is never to eliminate your accent. The goal is to be clearly understood.
Always clarity, never conformity. And here's how to improve pronunciation without touching your accent. Focus on word stress. Every English word has 1 stressed syllable. Photography, stress on ta. Photograph, stress on faux. Photographic, stress on graph. Same letters, 3 different stress patterns, 3 different words. Getting stress wrong confuses listeners more than any accent.
So word stress is the most important pronunciation skill.
By far. Practice it daily. Every new word you learn the stress pattern too. Your clarity will improve dramatically. Your accent stays beautifully yours.
Emily, give our viewers a complete daily speaking routine. Something realistic, something that fits into a busy life, something that actually works.
Okay, here is my 20-minute daily speaking routine. Minutes 1 to 5, morning warm-up. Right after you wake up, before you check your phone, before breakfast, before anything. Talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes. Your plans for the day, how you feel, what you're thinking. Warm up your English brain first thing every morning.
Like stretching before exercise.
Exactly like that. Minutes 6 to 10, shadowing. Find a 1-minute English audio clip. Listen once, then shadow. Speak along at the same time. Repeat 3 to 4 times. Focus on rhythm and flow, not perfection. Minutes 11 to 15, topic speaking. Pick any topic. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Speak continuously on that topic. Don't stop. Don't edit. Don't worry about mistakes. Just keep talking. Even if you repeat yourself, even if sentences aren't perfect, keep talking. Minutes 16 to 20, review. Record the last 2 minutes of your topic speaking. Listen back once. Notice one thing you did well. Notice one thing to improve tomorrow. Write it down. 1 sentence. That's enough.
20 minutes every day. That's all it takes.
20 minutes every day for 90 days will produce more speaking improvement than most learners achieve in 2 years of casual study. The difference is not the amount of time. The difference is intention. Intentional daily practice always wins.
Emily, final question. Someone is watching this right now. They've been trying to improve their speaking for a long time. They feel like no matter what they do, they're not getting fluent fast enough. They're losing hope. What do you say directly to that person?
First, I want you to stop. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Stop measuring your progress against people who started earlier, had different opportunities, or have been practicing differently. Your journey is yours. Your timeline is yours. And here is something I need you to truly believe. Fluency is not a destination you suddenly arrive at one day. It is not a door that opens when you finally get good enough. Fluency is happening right now. In this moment. Every time you try, every time you speak, every single imperfect sentence that leaves your mouth, that is fluency in progress. You are not behind. You are building, brick by brick, word by word, day by day. And one morning, not far from now, you will wake up, open your mouth, and English will just come. Not because you finally became good enough, but because you never stopped building. Keep building. I promise you, the wall is closer than you think.
You are not behind. You are building. Emily, every time you come on this show, you leave us with something we carry forever. Thank you. From every learner watching.
Emily, what an extraordinary episode. The output problem, the 3 levels of speaking practice, the fluency formula, F.L.U.E.N.C.Y, the 3 fluency killers, accent versus pronunciation, the 20-minute daily routine, and that final message. You are not behind. You are building. I am keeping that one forever. On behalf of every learner who has ever felt frustrated with their speaking progress, thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Alex. And to everyone watching, start the 20-minute routine tomorrow morning. Just tomorrow. See how it feels. I think you'll surprise yourself.
Now, if today gave you even one new thing to try, hit that thumbs up right now. Subscribe to ESL Voice and you never miss an episode like this. And in the comments, tell me which level of speaking practice you're going to start with. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3. Write it below. In English. Right now. That comment is your first speaking commitment today. Keep speaking. Keep building. Keep growing. This is ESL Voice, and we believe in you. Always. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Start building today.